Hello and welcome to a new life skills lesson. How about working with PTZ-Director in a live situation? We have here a live studio setup and we have 3 PTZ cameras connected to a router, a normal Ethernet switch and our MacBook from 2019 with Intel chip and Mac OS 11.5.2. This is our live setup, and we have here our Canon camera, and we have also a wide shot camera, a Marshall box camera, which is not available over NDI, and we mounted here our Panasonic camera for the shot for the participants for our planet discussion in our live setup, and we have here our second Panasonic camera for the shot to the other side in the studio setup. Okay, let's start with our cameras, which we connected to the MacBook via Ethernet, and we can see the cameras here in the camera website from the Canon camera, and we will also open the PTZ-Director app, which we installed before. We can see that the app found 3 NDI sources, and the app will connect to the sources. Okay, all 3 sources are available, and we will see into the preferences. As we can see here, we can see all NDI sources which are available in the network, which we can assign to the multi-view. As we can see here, I will delete the multi-view assigned cameras and will assign it new. I choose the Canon camera and select it for multi-view 1. I will take the AWUE 100 Panasonic camera for multi-view 2 and the second Panasonic camera for multi-view 3. Here can we see that after the app recognized that the NDI source is a camera, it assigned a camera profile to the camera, which we can also choose another camera setup if it's wrong. It's the wrong or it's a default camera setup. In this area we can choose between low and high NDI bandwidth. This depends on our network. If we have fast processor in our MacBook, and so on. After you see, I switch it to high bandwidth. The app recognized all three high bandwidth NDI streams and switched it to the multi-view. I close the settings and I switch to camera 1, which was the Canon camera, and we can see that is occur in our main view, and we see also the in the moment empty preview positioning settings for the cameras. Okay, I try to move the camera. Okay, I have a fast Ethernet, as we can see that the high bandwidth NDI stream is running. We can see the NDI data for every camera in this lower section. As we can see here, this is our Canon camera, the model, the camera model, the IP, and the port. And we see also that it's a high bandwidth NDI stream in 1080p with 50 frames per second. I can also switch over the multi-view to the other two cameras, the Panasonic cameras. I can also pan and tilt the cameras. I can zoom, and then I can also set focus or autofocus. Okay, I go back to the Canon and I will set this position as position memory, and we see that the camera saved this position to memory 1. Okay, I choose another position like this and set it to the second position. Okay, I was set, and I can now choose the first position and select the second position. Okay, I go to the Panasonic, on which I can do the same, preset 1, and I go to this position and set it as preset 2. I go to 1 with the Panasonic and to position 2 to the Panasonic. Okay, I go back to my Canon camera and I see now that we have new available functionality. I can delete all image. I delete it because it's possible that I have a new light situation in the studio, but I want to have I want to hold positioning. I want to create new images. I want to create image 1 and 2 again. Time between to reach the positions is, I set it to 2.5 seconds and start to create, and the app created the two position previews full automatically. Okay, I have here a joystick. This is a high quality joystick with a very precisely joystick, 6 programmable buttons. It's an APAM joystick, and the name is APAM RS Desktop, and the price is so around about between $200 and $300. It's an high-end product, but also a very low price gaming joystick is also working. Okay, I will connect the joystick to my laptop. The joystick is an USB joystick, and I have a connector to USB-C for my laptop, and I connect it. Okay, and now we can see that here the app recognized the joystick. Yes, I go to the settings, to the joystick settings, and I can see here that the joystick is connected. It's recognized and connected. I have a lot of functionality. I can set null zone. What is the zone in which the joysticks not is working? This is due to the circumstance that a joystick can have a little bit noise, electronic noise, and in this small area it can be that a cheap joystick sends a signal over USB, and therefore we built in the null zone, and we set it here to the inner 10% of the joystick. Okay, we can set axis for every motion direction. We can also use PS3 joystick, PS3 controller, and can move with head switch. We can set all camera functionality, which is built in the app, to buttons. In this case, we set the camera to the buttons 1 to 4, and the find position functionality to button 6. The find position functionality means that we can set the whole joystick area to 25% to get very precisely and very slow motions for the case we are in a close-up shot and need to move the camera in pan or tiled very, very slowly to follow a person which is moving very slowly. Then can we set the joystick speed to 25%. Okay, I close the settings, and now we can see that all is moving. I will switch on the atom to our super source, on which we have the app, the laptop output, and all 3 cameras, and we can see how precisely it is working. I can move fast, and I can switch button 6 to 25%, and can move. This is full joystick area, and it's now by 25%, and so I will demonstrate this when I do a close-up to the speaker. Okay, and if the speaker on the sit is moving his position so a little bit, I can follow him while I on air. This is possible with this high-end joystick. A low-price gaming joystick is not so precisely. With this joystick we have a haptics, so a little bit like the remote panels from the PTZ vendors. Okay, I switch with button 2 to the another camera. I can set it. I will go to fast speed. Okay, I can move the Panasonic one, and I go to camera 3, and I have here the camera 3. Okay, I will now set button 4 and 5 to camera preset 1 and 2. Okay, I set it, and now I go to camera 2, on which we set to position presets, and I will go to preset 2 and go to preset 1 with the buttons on the joystick. Okay, I will show now how it works to go to low resolution, which is better for our laptop because it's not an Apple M1 processor inside. Okay, I will see how it's okay, and I see I go to this set, and we see the moving is from the NDI stream more not so stuttering, because we see now we go back to the app. We see now that the NDI stream is now a low bandwidth with 360p, which is enough for the app multi-view with 25 FPS. Okay, in the last settings tab we see the NDI license from NewTek. We can also go to NDI TV, the link to NewTek NDI TV, on which we can see the NDI news. This is part of the NDI NewTek licensee for our app, and we can also see here the manuals, which we can open here, and it's the manual in full resolution, on which the user can see what he wants to know. This is the PTZ-Director Quick Start Guide, the PTZ-Director diagram, which is not in use, okay, and the PTZ-Director connection diagram. Okay, and the data privacy is also here. In We have also the picture controls to reach here in the upper task, and here we can set the iris for the Canon camera. We can set the gain. I will set the gain to 3 dB, the shutter to 100 of second, and I open the iris. I can set another white balance indoor, white balance outdoor, white balance full automatically, and I can also set manual white balance. Okay, I will set it here. Okay, and okay, I get it. This is the white balance which we had with white balance auto. Okay, not every functionality of this area is working by every camera. This is due to the different manufacturers, but I think this will be in the future better and better. Okay, we built in 5 slots, 5 memory slots to save your manual white balance. Okay, I set it to slot 1, and I choose slot 2 and make another white balance, a crazy white balance. Okay, I go back to white balance 1 and white balance 2. Okay, this was the color tab. With this button in the upper task, we can open the camera web page. Okay, I need to set my password. And open. Okay, and I have the Canon camera website now open in a browser, and can control the camera also from this, because we built this in because some specialized settings of the camera, like the color matrix by the Canon camera, and the gamma and LUT settings are not available in the NDI, because the NDI SDK has this not built in the moment. We hope that it will come in the future. Okay, I close the camera website, and yes, that was it for today. We hope you have a lot learned from our lesson, and we would be very appreciative about your if you signed up to our Facebook site and our YouTube site. And bye bye.